German election is in few days, although many people have voted. Myself, I have voted, but if you haven't, before you cast, make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. And those of us who have this is German passport, and this makes you to be a citizen. If you have this, it simply means that you can vote and you can be voted for in election. So do not say, oh, I am now a German citizen, all this law will not affect me. This election is very, very paramount for me and you, whether citizen or not, especially we. You understand what I mean? So it's very, very important you go and cast your vote. Don't relax. Don't ignore this. It is very, very important. Your vote count. Make sure you stand up. They made it easy for everybody. You can vote by mail, which I have done. You can also go to the voting center and vote, and it's very, very easy. So watch this video before you go and cast your vote. Do not say, I am now a German citizen. Like most of you deceive yourself. Everybody needs this election. Everybody needs a good, better government, especially those that way. You understand? If you are a Duro person, you understand. So I would like us to listen to this video. Then after that, you will draw your conclusion. Do not skip a beat. I know why I'm paying much emphasis on you watching this video, so that you will not make mistake that you will regret. Do not vote because your friend or people tell you, oh, go and vote for this particular party. Go. Listen to their agenda. You know the one that gets you. Then you will know which party to vote as we listen. Thank you.
Countdown to the Bundestagwahl, which will be holding on the 23rd of February 2025, which is the federal election in Germany. There's been a lot of question on which party you should vote for. I can't tell you which party you should vote for, but what I can tell you is their Wahl program, which is electoral program, on what they have to offer. We've spoken about SPD. Now we're going to talk about the Union. Now the Union is a combination in the federal level of the TSU and CDU. TSU is Christlich-Sozialische Partei and CDU is Christlich-Demokratische Partei. When they are in the federal level, they unite themselves, making it the Unionenpartei. And their candidate to run as the next chancellor in Germany is Friedrich Merz from the CDU party, one of the unions, and he was born on the 11th of November 1955 in Brilon. Friedrich Merz studied to become a judge before he became a politician. Now, what does the union promise its citizens when they come into power? When it comes to the inflation and economic situation, they want to decrease the corporate tax. They also want to reduce bureaucracy. They want to abolish the chain supply law, but they want to stick to the debt brake. They want to reduce bureaucracy. When it comes to migration, they also want to deport to countries like Syria and Afghanistan. They want to fasten the process of asylum, but they want to send everyone that tries to come in to Deutschland already from the border back to where they are coming, meaning like they don't want any asylum to take place in Germany. Friedrich Merz also proposed that anyone who commits crime and has dual citizenship, the Dutch citizenship, should be withdrawn from them. And they also want to change the European law by letting the asylum process happen while asylum seekers are in another country. Meaning asylum seekers will no longer be in Germany, rather they'll be in other countries. When it comes to social inequality, the union parties want to keep the pension age and also the minimum wage, which is the Mindestlohn, but they want to abolish the Bürgergeld and instead introduce what they call Grundsicherung. When it comes to the Ukraine war, they want to continue assisting by sending them guns. And they also want to sanction Russia. They also want to put in a mandatory military service in Germany. When it comes to criminality and security in Germany, the Union Party want to abolish cannabis, which we know in our local language as Igbo, which the former Ampen coalition partially legalized, but they want to abolish it totally. They also want to introduce more cameras and facial recognition for anyone who is aggressive or who is violent against women should wear what they call fußkette, let me say a leg chain. When it comes to energy and climate, also want to lower the prices of Strom, which is of light. This was of course just a summary compared to what is written in their long, big, heavy book. You can go to their website to read more, or also visit a Val-O-Mat in order for you to have a better decision on your choice. Do not forget to vote well and vote wise. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.
This woman, she's making me angry. Listen to her.
Hier ganz klar zu sagen, für ausländische Bürger in unserem Land wird es keine Sozialleistung mehr geben. Das werden wir streichen.
She said she want to make it clear to all the foreigners. No more social benefit for all the foreigners living in Germany. My question is, what about all the foreigners who are paid tax for all their life to build Germany? They're going to stop paying tax? Or what you going to do with them? Go and check Adolf Hitler. This is how he started. German was thinking that he meant well for their country. They give him chance. You see the remarkable history he created in Germany that they will never forget in the rest of their life. Adolf Hitler was not 100% German. This woman who are against foreigner like this, go and check her history. She's not even 100% German. I think this woman need to visit a psychiatric doctor because what she's saying, it doesn't make any sense. In this modern world, how Germans have to succeed without no foreigners? Germans have a lot of problems. They have oil problem, food problem, house problem. Is it the foreigner that make this German economy spoil? No. They are not talking about important things. If you're looking for a house in Germany, you cannot find a house. Share this video so that she can see that. She needs a doctor. If you are holding a German passport, I want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you. In 7 days from now, we're going to vote a new government in Germany that will decide our future. If you vote AfD or CDU, this is what you should expect in the future. You and your children are going to face a lot of discrimination and racism in this country like never before. They are going to take your right away from you. Any little mistake you make, they are going to take your passport away from you and send you and your children back to your own country. You're going to lose all the social benefits you have in this country. If you don't want to experience all this trouble that will be coming from AfD and CDU in the future, vote SPD. All the social benefits, your German passport, your family reunion you obtain in this country, it came from SPD. You can check the history of Germany. You will understand what I am talking about. Do not say that it does not concern you. The new policy of AfD and CDU is going to affect you and your children as far as you're a foreigner in this country. If you don't take this my advice, very soon you'll be looking for another country where you have to go when it is tough for you. Share this video to reach all the Africans, German citizens, and all the foreigners living in this country. I'm going to see you in my next video.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and his Conservative rival Friedrich Merz have faced off in a grilling of a live televised debate. It comes 2 weeks ahead of a general election. Merz, the leader of the Christian Democrats, is the favourite to become the next Chancellor. His Conservative alliance is ahead in the polls with around 30%. The debate covered a wide range of topics, including curbing irregular migration, reviving industry, budget issues and foreign policy. Let's hear what the two leaders had to say on some of those topics.
We do have challenges when the global economy weakens. But I would like to make one comment at this point. To everyone, I did not invade Ukraine. I did not stop the gas deliveries. I'm not the reason that we're in this economic situation. That was Putin. And you shouldn't use the consequences of his actions to criticize the government.
It's not that the government hasn't done anything. It has done a little.
Thanks for that. That's generous.
Well, it's not generous. I see it as it is, not as it is sometimes exaggerated. Mr. Scholz, we still have as many migrants arriving in 4 days as are deported in a month. That's still too many. Last year, we had 240,000.
With me in the studio is our chief political editor, Michaela Küffner, who won the debate.
Well, like in the Super Bowl, there is a clear winner. I'd say that Friedrich Merz won this debate. Olaf Scholz was very much on the defensive, not just because he's the incumbent, but also he didn't use the big opportunity he had, which he actually used in recent days, which is to throw doubt on Friedrich Merz over the potential cooperation with the far-right Alternative for Germany party. That is what Olaf Scholz alleges, and that is what Friedrich Merz keeps completely ruling out. But just a couple of days ago, he voted in Parliament with help from the far-right AfD to gain a majority for the very first time. That's a historical red line that he crossed. And this is clearly the election theme of Olaf Scholz, how he wants to sow doubts on where Friedrich Merz stands. He didn't really get much of a chance to score on that. Instead, he ended up being very much on the defensive on that very contentious issue of migration here in Germany.
Which took up most of the debate, that topic. Who feels safer then when it comes to security, a better future when it comes to migration, under Olaf Scholz or under Friedrich Merz?
Well, if you look at the polling, and that was the big surprise of the week, that nothing really changed after what happened in German parliament, that both are still rock solid. Friedrich Merz at 30%, his CDU-CSU, Olaf Scholz, the Social Democrats at 15%. So he needs something like a political miracle to get anywhere near the chance of getting re-elected. And this was really something where, when you look at the detailed polling, the vast majority of Germans sees the competency when it comes to the economy with the Conservatives rather than the Social Democrats. On migration as well, there are more people polled who believe that the Conservative CDU-CSU can steer migration better than the Social Democrats. And this is a dynamic that shows what Olaf Scholz is up against. He is on the defensive on that very key issues. That is number 1 and 2, the top issues that German voters are concerned about. At the same time, pollsters are telling us that up to 2/3 are potentially still undecided.
And what about people's feelings going ahead when it comes to the economy? Are people going to be better off, do they think, under Merz or under Scholz?
Well, this comes back to the competency question. Olaf Scholz is countering this kind of bonus that Friedrich Merz has on competency when it comes to the economy by saying, look, he's going to set Ukraine spending against social spending, against investment here in Germany. And this zeroes in very much on Germany's black zero and what that's in the constitution, that Germany cannot take on yet more debt. That has been maxed out by the previous budget already. And here I think we saw a bit that there will potentially be quite a bit of movement. It's almost an open secret that Friedrich Merz would essentially potentially also be looking at reforming the constitutional provision of the debt ceiling here in Germany. And that's what Olaf Scholz really wanted to extract out of him. But he failed to do that even on the issue of defense spending, where Olaf Scholz says, well, look, we're struggling to meet the 2%. And Friedrich Merz is saying, well, it will have to be more, but he doesn't say exactly how much.
What could it mean for Ukraine at the end of the day when it comes to defense spending in Germany?
Well, look, the interesting thing thing is that Olaf Scholz has a much more cautious rhetoric when it comes to Ukraine, and at the same time, he's the chancellor of the Zeitenwende, 100 billion extra on defense here in Germany, and leading Germany to become the second largest supporter of Ukraine after the United States. Now, Friedrich Merz has committed that he will continue to do that. He's been more, at times, less vocal about commitment towards Ukraine when it comes to the cruise missile system, this Taurus system. He's gone, there were some nuances in that, and Olaf Scholz tried to call him out on that. If anything, both are clearly looking at what the first step of Donald Trump will be on Ukraine. And this is a completely open question. So this really won't be solved in these elections unless, of course, we see some kind of sweeping statement from the US President Trump come out on you.
For watching this video, and I pray that each and every one of us make a best decision in this election. Thank you.